Guys, this is Vet.EXE. Some may know me as VeteranChamp, or just Vet.EXE. This is my first 5th gen Wi-Fi match. I kind of made a screw-around team. It wasn't really meant to be a super competitive team. I just basically threw the first 6 Pokemons that I EV'd. So I started out with Porygon 2, probably with Eviolite. I switched out because I knew it'd have T, and the last thing I wanted was something with Choice Scarf to get Thunder. My Conquer got paralyzed, which is no big deal. That helps me with Guts. He switched to his Chandelure. Bulk Up gives me a nice defense boost, plus another added 1.5 boost to my attack. He used Fire Blast, which I knew wouldn't take me out, because I've got good special defense out there. But I got paralyzed, unfortunately. Otherwise, I know Stone Edge would have wrecked him real quick. So he was smart and went for Energy Ball instead of another Fire Blast and risking a miss. So that was a smooth move on his part. Here comes my Archeops, which I love this guy. I don't know how much competitive use he's really gonna have. Ooh, or was it Archeops? Yeah, it wasn't. Regardless, Archeops, even though that was really my Zoroark, is a really cool Pokemon. I'm hoping to find some good use for it. Otherwise, I'll be kind of sad. Comes this Tyranitar, that special defense boost will help my real Archeops. Other than that, it's going to prove to be a pain in the butt. Comes this Gliscor, and that kind of made me laugh, because I saw, obviously with Team Preview, which I can't stand for one thing, I saw he had a Gliscor, and I had a feeling he might switch to it, expecting a water attack, and I predicted right. He got the Ice Beam, 4 times, super effective, easy one-hit KO. Now this Venomoth of his caused me a lot of grief. Like, for one, this team wasn't meant to be very competitive, but this Venomoth was just a pain. Quiver Dance is amazing, by the way, on anything that can learn it. But this Venomoth definitely proved to be a pain in the butt for me. So I switched to my Chandelure. He goes for his Quiver Dance. Now he had a baton passing Venomoth, so that really hurt. Because he would be passing the special defense boost and speed boost, usually to his Tyranitar. I remember. Here comes his baton pass. Got faster speed than me, I believe. And I use Flamethrower. No, I used Flamethrower on his Tyranitar a couple times, which I think was stupid. I got a nice lucky crit there. It didn't do anything though, it didn't do jack. But even with the special defense boost from Sandstorm and Quiver Dance on his Tyranitar, using Flamethrower has its uses, because if I get a lucky burn hacks on that, that really cripples that thing and makes it basically set up fodder for me. He also had Substitute on his Tyranitar, which I thought was pretty unique, because it had Sub, but it wasn't Sub Punch. It did not have Focus Punch. I believe he had Ice Beam, Earthquake, and Crunch and Substitute on that thing. Or Brick Break, never mind. It shows how much I remember. But he switched out. Switches to his Garchomp, which this to me was beautiful. I loved this because this was a quick KO for me on Garchomp. And usually Garchomp causes a lot of problems. Like now that he is OU again, or at least for the time being, in 5th gen, people have been using him so much, and I don't blame them. I'm not a fan of him, but he's easily the most highly used Dragon type. Even over Latias and Latios, which are both OU now. Sans, Holding, Sulfate. So he uses that, but even though I fainted, he takes Life Orb damage, and I wasn't expecting Life Orb from him. I was actually expecting Choice Scarf, because that's what most people use on it. It's either Choice Scarf, Choice Band, or sometimes the rare Sword Stance. Here comes Poison 2 again. I, of course, did not actually have my real Chandelure out. It was my Zoroark in disguise. My undercover brother. Unfortunately, I got paralyzed here, which kind of screws me over because any sweeper should not be paralyzed if it's meant to be lost. Done. So he withdraws, brings out Venomoth. I believe I'm paralyzed again, yep. More Parahacks. Which is fine. My Zoroark wouldn't have been able to switch to a different move anyway, because I actually was running a Choice Spec Zoroark, which I found surprisingly effective on other battles. Here it comes again, Tom Pass. I'm still gonna use Flamethrower, and it's not gonna do shit to his Tyranitar. His T-Tar is gonna take like nothing from this hit, but it's whatever. We'll see in a minute that I had my own reasons for keeping my Chandelure out. Here comes T-Tar, all buffed up from Quiver Dance and Sandstorm. Yeah, see, like I said, of course, no damage, really negligible. And he's running lefties on it, so that basically just gains him back any HP he lost from my Flamethrower. So use Flamethrower again, doesn't do so well. Uses Ice Beam, which I'm like, that's kind of a wasted turn. Maybe he was expecting me to switch, I don't know. I didn't really have anything left that Ice Beam would have really wrecked, that would have been stupid to switch to anyway. So he's Flamethrower. Yay for negligible damage. And he uses Crunch, and this right here is the very reason why I kept Chandelure in. Right here. Flame body, bitch. Get burned. Yeah. Good stuff. That basically negates any leftovers or cover he would be getting. And it gets rid of any use for Crunch and Brick Break, which I think is a weird move on Tyranitar. I mean, sure, it's super effective against my Zoroark, so it would work for him here. Overall, he had a much more... what's the word I want to use? He had a better put-together team overall, but like I said, this was not meant to be an amazing team. I just wanted to see how these Pokemon performed. And they actually won several battles, which was funny. And I was fine with it. So I pull out Joker, bring back Kenshin, Samurott. And I think that's, by the way, like one of the sickest names for any starter. He crits. A little bit of hacks against me in this match. Not a hell of a lot that really mattered. I mean, in this case, I was asleep anyway, so I wasn't going to be doing crap regardless. The initial para-hacks at the beginning, though, on like Conkeldurr, kind of screwed me up a bit when I wasn't able to get that KO from Stone Edge on his Shadow. So then he takes out Kenshin with Crunch. Because Tyranitar is just kind of a boss. He's burned. almost dead here, which is good. This is where he thinks he's got me. Goes for Ice Beam. Now, had that really been my Haxorus, I would have been screwed. But I'm not that stupid. I may have put together a crappy team because I was trying, but I'm not going to play with that shit. So I used him as bait. I was hoping that he would die from burn, but it didn't happen. So obviously I'm faster, and I go for Dragon Claw. Easy KO. He's got like less than 10 HP. I run a Life Orb set, just basic Life Orb, Dragon Dance, Mold Breaker. It's amazing. The only thing that stops it is Skarmory. Haxorus laughs at Bronzong. And bye-bye Porygon. Use Outrage. I used Outrage because I could have gone for Dragon Claw, but I knew that Porygon 2 with Eviolite is just a pain in the butt to take down. That defense and special defense boost is amazing. This Hax right here, though, that was definitely a difference maker. Since he missed with Sleep Powder, I hit with Outrage. Easy one-hit KO, even if he wasn't damaged already. And, yeah, pulls out the win for me against Zeifer. Good match.